Hi everyone, my name is Artem Axinov, and as Lee mentioned at the beginning of the meeting, I'm the current president of the Rotary Club of Wellington. I just want to quickly, before I begin, thank Fareep for making a really good introduction on Cambodia, because it just so happens that I'm going to be talking about an NGO that is based in Siem Reap. So that's good because I have like 2 sentences about the history, and it doesn't really do justice to Cambodia. I'm here to talk about an NGO which is based in Siem Reap, Cambodia. The NGO is called the Human and Hope Association. At the beginning of 2016, I had the opportunity to visit them and deliver some money that we had fundraised with Rotary for them, and also to see them in action, learn a bit more about their programs, and learn a little bit more about the challenges that face Cambodia today. So I thought I'd start off by touching on a couple of the facts about Cambodia and HHA. So Cambodia is a descendant of the ancient Khmer Empire that stretched over much of Southeast Asia between the 8th and 15th centuries. But despite this proud history, Cambodia fell into a dark period when it was involved in the Vietnam War and afterwards under the Khmer Rouge regime. An estimated 2 million people were killed or died during the Khmer Rouge regime, and this was roughly 25% of the then population, which is a massive amount. Modern Cambodia still feels the effects of this. For example, only 3.8% of the population are over the age of 65. The education system is minimal and corrupt, with many teachers only having a high school diploma, accepting bribes, and withholding required learning information from students unless they pay them for it. And of the 14 million people that live in Cambodia, 30% are living beneath the national poverty line. Now, Human and Hope Association is a grassroots NGO based in Cambodia that focuses on a sustainable approach to development. Empowering locals is one of the cornerstones of this approach, and is the reason why HHA no longer accepts foreign volunteers. The only foreign involvement is from Sally, who is their operations manager and has been working with them for 2 years, and also an Australian board which is there to advise and help fundraise money for HHA. The rest is left to the locals, and this is what really makes HHA stand apart from other NGOs in Cambodia. Teaching locals increases the flow-on effects of that learning to the wider community, and this is something that foreign volunteers simply can't achieve. So now I wanted to talk a little bit about the programs that HHA runs. I've kind of listed them all up on the slides, and as you can see, it's quite a lot. They've got a microfinance program, a rural school. They do domestic violence workshops and hygiene classes. And the aim of this is to approach community development holistically. This means instead of just doing one thing or focusing on one thing, HHA tries to cover a wide range of areas. A good example of why this is important is children in school. HHA found that some children weren't actually able to attend school because, as Fareeb mentioned, their parents would keep them at home to help with housework or to help, selling goods in the market. Basically, they're not able to go to school because their parents can't afford to support them. And so this is where, for example, the microfinance program and the home sewing business and sewing workshops come into play. By helping parents create an income by, say, lending money for a duck farm, suddenly their children are able to go to school. And this is what a holistic approach means, and why it's really important to approach development from this angle. So that's kind of all that I wanted to touch on about what HHA does. As you can see, they do a lot of other stuff, and now I'll just get to how you guys can help. So a major donor has decided to end their sponsorship of HHA in 2016, and what this means is that they have a gap of $5,157 which is enough to cover 2 full-time staff salaries. So you can help by either making a donation or by purchasing one of the products that their sewing students have made. I'll just be out in the front at the end of the meeting. Rotary will also be running a fundraiser further along in the year, so I'll send out an invite, and that will be another amazing opportunity to support this great cause. At home, you'll be able to donate money online to a dedicated HHA account that Rotary will be setting up in the coming weeks. And also, if you have any friends in Australia or the US, donations in those countries are tax deductible. So I don't know if that's helpful or not, but there it is. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope that was informative.